In today's episode, I'm taking a look at this 2022 release from Giorgio Armani. This is Armani Code Parfum, which straight away I've noticed breaks away from the traditional Armani Code bottle design. So does it smell different to the many other Code flankers also? To find out, and everything else you need to know about this one, stay tuned to Mags Frags. Yes, hello again everybody, and thank you very much once again for tuning in to this latest episode of Mags Frags. My name's Paul, and today I'm taking a look at this latest addition to the Armani Code lineup, which is this new Parfum flanker. It's a woody aromatic fragrance for men, which comes in two sizes, a 50ml bottle size priced at £75 and a 125ml bottle like this one for £113. But there's always deals and offers to be had if you shop around, and I always try to never pay full retail unless it's a totally like a brand new release and only available direct from the manufacturer's website. I got this one from the fragrance shop with a club member discount of 20%, which brought the price down to just over £90, which I think is fairly acceptable for a 125ml bottle size, especially in a Parfum concentration. Yes, so into the presentation, and the box, it looks really smart, and it comes in a matte black finish with like some chrome branding on the front. It's fairly minimalistic in design, but it does look pretty stylish and elegant. On the front is the name of the fragrance, and down below is the concentration, the name of the house, and also a reminder that this is actually a refillable bottle. And there's also some instructions on the side of the box there that shows you how to refill the bottle once it's empty and all your juices run out. There's a Giorgio Armani motif stamped into the top of the box, as well as inside on this like little lift up flap here. At the back is tons of product information, and you've got your barcode on there, and at the bottom is where you'll find your batch code, which on this particular bottle is 38W001. Yet inside the box is where you'll find that the bottle takes on a completely new revamped design compared to the other Armani Code flankers, and it's a bit more of a conservative design with the emphasis more on quality. The older style bottles I thought looked a little bit more dynamic with the curved bottle shape and the splashes of colour, but this new one feels noticeably more premium and like modern, with a very weighty chunky glass bottle and a chrome collar plate that goes all the way around the base of the atomizer. And best of all about this one, you get a nice magnetic cap, which is always nice. The cap again has a Giorgio Armani logo embossed into the top, as does the atomizer inside. To refill the bottle, you just simply unscrew the atomizer and pour the contents into the refill bottle. So very, very easy. The spray quality on this one is really good, and I would say that this one's a big step up in quality, even though I've always really liked how the older styles are presented. But yeah, it just feels a little bit more modern, a little bit more contemporary. Okay, so the top notes in this are bergamot and bergamot leaf. In the heart, we've got iris, orris, clary sage and aldehydes. And the base notes in this are tonka beans and cedar. Yeah, so the whole Armani Code line centres around the prominent note of tonka bean. So you will pick up on like a semi-sweet almond-like scent DNA, regardless of which Code flanker that you sample. But each one then goes off in a different direction. For example, this Code Colonia has more emphasis on citrus notes and florals. So it's a very fresh, clean and soapy fragrance that's best suited to the warmer months of the spring and summer. Whereas this Code Absolute is vanilla heavy with notes of suede and nutmeg also, bringing a rich, sweet, creamy texture that I would say is more suited to the cooler months of the year. This new Parfum version opens up extremely bright and fresh and also juicy with sparkling citrus notes and also lots of fruity sweetness, and it's definitely closer to the Colonia than it is the Absolute. The opening of this fragrance is absolutely beautiful, and it's one of them fragrances that makes you want to keep spraying yourself every 5 minutes just to relive the experience. It really is a lovely, sparkling and juicy opening. The heart of the fragrance includes iris, but don't expect the same levels of intensity that you get with the likes of Dior Homme Intense or even Prada L'Homme. This never goes too powdery or starts to smell like lipstick or makeup. It kind of remains bright and clean and fairly soapy smelling for the most part, with just a perfect level of sweetness and depth. It's velvety smooth with a nice dustiness, and it's got a similar texture and sweetness, an overall wearing experience to what I get from something like the original Guerlain L'Homme Ideal EDT, but without smelling the same, if that kind of makes sense at all. The dry down is pretty much what you get with the EDP version, with the tonka bean and the mild cedar producing a soft sweet woodiness. This is about as versatile as it gets, and there's absolutely nothing challenging or complex in here. It's a super easy to wear fragrance that I would say is 100% guaranteed to get you showered in compliments. Yeah, this is without doubt the most versatile one in the Code lineup, I would say, and I'd be happy to wear this as a casual fragrance in the summertime, just as much as I would rocking it for a night out wearing a suit jacket in the middle of winter. It's a perfect all-round signature scent for men who only own maybe 1 or 2 fragrances and they just want them to cover every occasion and every eventuality. It's as inoffensive as it gets, so you could wear it as a work or office scent, confidently in the knowledge that they'll be more likely to want to come closer in for another sniff rather than complaining that you're choking them out. It's very classy, it's refined, but it's also very playful and likeable, and I just can't see how anybody could dislike anything about this one. It's fine for men of any age to pull off, but I'd say it's probably going to be best suited to men in their 20s or early 30s. Yeah, I'd say the performance on this one is pretty decent, and the higher concentration of fragrance oil means that it's going to stick around on skin a little bit longer. I have worn this a handful of times now, and my first impressions have been really good. The projection for the first hour or so is really strong, but when it settles down it does sit a little bit closer to the skin, but people will still notice it as you're walking past, but they'll just need to be a little bit closer to be able to pick it up. I'd say you're going to probably get about 7 to 8 hours out of it before you can no longer detect it, so pretty decent really. But what happens to me with this one is because I enjoy the opening so much, I tend to go a little bit crazy with the sprays at first, and I end up then going a bit nose blind to it due to just spraying it so much on myself and sniffing it up close. So then I have to kind of wait for my senses to recover after about 15 minutes before I can then start to pick it up again and just enjoy it. It's not what I'd describe as a beast mode fragrance, but it's definitely not weak either. It's just a nice solid Parfum fragrance. Okay, so the burning question is this one the best in the line? And I would say yes, if you were only ever allowed to own one Armani Code fragrance, because this is the most versatile and the most mass appealing. The opening is fantastic and the presentation is a step up in quality. However, it's not quite as simple and as cut and dry as that, because in the colder months of the year I'd reach for the Absolute over this one every day of the week. This is way better as a specific cold weather scent, and it's more warm, comforting and luxurious smelling than this one. But it's just a little bit too sweet and sickly in the hotter weather conditions. This is a jack of all trades type of fragrance that just does a little bit of everything, and it's the safest blind buy purchase you can make for like a loved one this Christmas time. So I would give this one a nice solid respectable 9 out of 10. Yeah, so once again, that's about it for this latest episode. But don't forget, coming up this week, I have got some more reviews from the Perfume Parlour and also the Essence Vault, as well as some more 2022 releases to talk about. So the content is going to now start coming a little bit more thick and fast again. So if you don't want to miss any of my future uploads, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And that way you'll be notified whenever I post anything new. Also, it's great to read your comments and to interact with you down in the comment section. So let me know your thoughts and your critiques on any of the fragrances that feature in these videos, as well as any that you might recommend for me to try out for myself and to review in future episodes. So once again, thank you very much for tuning into this latest episode today. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye bye for now.